and this is about possibly the greatest sushi chef.
Can't use that. You want me to start it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll start this one.
I just bought a Subaru Crosstrek. I would've bought a Lambo, but I'm not quite there yet. I just bought a Subaru Crosstrek. I would've bought a Bentley, but I'm not quite there yet. What's the point of being cool? Cut your hair and get a job like the rest of us do. Don't play guitar in the park and just sit. If I hear another G chord, I'm breaking
Hey
this
guys,
shit.
what's up? If you were enjoying that song, that's Hobo Johnson's new jam, Subaru Crosstrek. He's got a new album coming out. I like it. Daryl, how do you feel about it?
He's the poet that is always like,
It's like
I feel really excited about being in the yard with my friends.
yeah, slam.
He's the guy that's
poetry.
in the. No, it's not slam
It's like
poetry.
slam
dude.
rap, except he talks
It's
a lot
Urban
about his dad.
Outfitters rap is what it is.
Okay,
Just
it
so
is.
you're aware.
I got his vinyl from Urban Outfitters.
It's Urban Outfitters poetry.
Yeah.
He's cool, but he's like, I don't understand. Was he homeless?
yeah, he lived in his car. That's why he's Hobo Johnson.
But like in his car in his parents' backyard, or in a car like
No, I
in
think-
Harlem?
I think in front of the pizza place he worked at in Sacramento.
I like that story. He's the first. He's got a lot of viral content, right?
Yeah, he does. He's got a lot of great music videos. Check
He
him out.
seems like he would be cool to hang out with, but he also seems a little emo. And Brennan likes emo. Brennan's all about the emo.
Yeah.
This dude's got a lot of feelings.
I tried to put a Blink-182 song for that intro, and Daryl was like, really? That's the one you want? And I'm like, okay, how about this guy?
I believe what I said is I'm surprised you don't have bangs.
I don't have bangs. And well, here we are. We're back.
Season 2.
Season 2, guys. And this is the season where Daryl and I are doing lists. So things that you should watch on Netflix, but we're giving you like 5 shows, 5 documentaries, which is what we're doing today.
Yep.
So that you can go and check it out.
Because season 1 was great. We were going to the movies all the time, which we're still going to do.
Yeah, we're still going to do that.
But here's the thing. There's a lot of hidden gems. It came to our attention that our producer canceled Netflix. And we
We were like,
What?
What?
How's this
My
happen?
signature, what?
And he said, it's not that much good stuff on Netflix. I disagree strongly. And there's a lot of stuff you guys don't know that is on Netflix, because if you only look at that home screen,
The trending, or here you go, what we think you might like versus things you've ever watched. How are you
Thor,
gonna
Dave
find-
Chappelle, like there's like 7 things and it repeats.
Yeah, and you never can find these secret hidden gems that we're going to pull out for you guys, so you never not have something to watch.
We're your
Is that
Easter
proper
eggs.
English?
We're gonna find you the hidden gems on Netflix, Amazon, wherever, but we'll find you hidden stuff. So this week it's gonna be our top 5 favorite documentaries at the moment on Netflix. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. But in the meantime, when you're trying to crack open a White Claw and watch one of these documentaries, you might be thinking, oh no, there's no White Claws anywhere. What's going to happen? Do I buy a Truly? I don't know. Apparently they don't taste very good. What are we going to do about this epidemic? I don't know.
I went to the store and I looked for the White Claws before I knew about this story, because I don't like Truly's as much. And on a Saturday at the pool, White Claw is very refreshing. And I was like, they're out of White Claws again. Huh. And then I went back again. They're out of White Claws again.
No
and
White
then I
Claws.
was like, this is crazy. Maybe everybody that lives near me likes White Claws. Turns out everybody everywhere
Likes
is
White
drinking all the
Claws.
White Claws.
And now there's none left for anybody nationwide, and they just can't keep up. So I think everybody in the nation needs to go out, buy their own seltzer water, and make their own berry-flavored vodka drinks.
I mean, it's basically all it is.
That's pretty much all it is, yeah.
And I didn't know about this, but producer Brock told us that if you drink, you do a White Claw, but then you also add a shot of vodka. What is it called?
Double down.
A double down.
Double down.
There's a whole expression, right? There's no laws when you're drinking
Drinking claws.
All that is fine, but let's be honest. This is the white girl's problem. This is the white girl's fault and problem. If it wasn't for you white girls, we'd be able to have a pool drink on Saturday.
Or that one YouTuber that just straight up started, ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. I mean, I feel like he's to blame. Maybe all of us as American peoples should rise up
Yeah.
and be like, yo, bro, now we don't have any White Claws. Why'd you have to, like, rain
I
on
don't
our
blame
parade?
him. I blame the Beths and the Sarahs and the Katies and the Carries and the Lisas and the
Is there a lot of names you just grabbed?
Lindsays and the,
Oh,
you know what I'm
geez.
saying? It's the white girls. So thanks a lot. Now we don't have nothing to drink.
Yeah, can you guys take a break for like 1 week and maybe let them catch up so we can all enjoy the flavors of White Claws again.
Yeah, because be honest, Trulies are trash. That is why you can find Trulies at every grocery store and liquor store right now. Because nobody wants to drink them because they taste terrible.
Until Truly comes and offers us money.
Now,
We're pushing Trulies, baby.
Okay, so season 2, we decided that we're going to give you more than one movie. We were seeing a lot of movies, but then we can only get through one a week. Now we're going to give you 5 or 6 of our favorites, especially this month. You know, for example, today is our favorite documentaries that are out right now on Netflix. Maybe next week we'll give you our favorite indie films or our favorite movies from New Jersey or our favorite space movies. We're going to give you options because there's a lot to get through. And really, this is not about the audience. It's about getting our producer, Brock, to subscribe back to Netflix. So here's, without further ado, the titles we think you need to see.
Yeah, and these are documentaries that you may not see on trending or, you know, the top of the list of the docu,
Yeah,
whatever
search.
the list. You got to search
You
for
gotta search
them.
for these.
But these are ones that you need to see. And the first one is a short game, which is about these little 6 to 8-year-old golfers whose parents are just out there making them hit golf balls till midnight as they compete to be the best junior golfers in the world.
It's the answer to what would happen if Tiger Woods became the most popular golfer in the world. You're going to have a whole generation of parents making their kids
Golf.
try to become the next Tiger Woods. And here's why it's amazing. It's hilarious.
The kids are hilarious. The way they interact together is so funny. And also, what I thought was so cool is that a lot of these kids really love the game of golf at such a young age, and they want to be out there playing and practicing, and they want to win, and they look at their walls, and all these kids have like 200 trophies already,
But
and they're
they're
8
still
years old.
kids. They're still
8.
kids, though.
It's madness.
And so you're watching them compete at the highest level, but then the very next moment, they're still 8 years old running around as 8-year-olds.
And yeah, or they're like crying on the green because they chipped a shot and it didn't go in or didn't do what they wanted to do, and they're like stomping around. And what's even crazier is that most of them, their dads are the caddies. So even that interaction is crazy to watch between a daughter and a father, or a son and a father, and them like talking about their shots and crazy stuff's happening on the course. It's super entertaining.
It's a feel-good movie. Justin Timberlake
Absolutely.
helped produce it. What's more to say? Watch The Short Game. Next on our list of documentaries you have to see right now, and you have to hurry because I don't know how long these are going to be on Netflix. I read something where they're putting up like 150 new titles every week. But anyways, this is called No Land in Sight. I had seen this movie a couple years ago. I recommended it to Brennan. I'm not sure why, but he watched it.
I lost my...
It's really interesting. So this is the story of this group of women that decide to see if they can row unassisted from Australia to San Francisco.
Yeah, well, yes. And they're out in the middle of the ocean, and they're just rowing, and it's 2 girls on for 2 hours, 2 girls sleeping for 2 hours, and they're just rotating for thousands of miles.
Months.
Okay?
Months.
It took them, it's like 6.5 months or something to row across the freaking ocean. It's madness. It's crazy to see how they did it.
Inspiring.
It's super inspiring.
Yeah,
to
you got
see these women
Lance
so
Armstrong
driven.
out here changing his blood out so he can ride his little bicycle around. Here is some badass women that really should have got more attention for this. And the story, I found it uplifting and also just like what is happening. I don't know. It was cool.
It was great when you see somebody achieve something of greatness and you get to experience it and see their experiences and then see how happy and elated they are when they finally get to that goal. It's just it's unbelievable.
The sharks don't get them. It's worth watching the journey, though. As Miley said, this one's about the climb.
All right, guys, this next documentary is one of my favorites because, you know, I love motorsports and such, and it's The Drive to Survive. It's the Formula One documentary over the course of last year's season, behind-the-scene actions of the drivers when they're trying to sign deals in the middle of the season, when team principals aren't doing a good job and they could get fired, when teams are frustrated, when things are good, all the highs and lows of what happens during a Formula One racing season. It was so cool to see the behind the scenes.
Yeah, you might be thinking like, oh, Formula One, like I don't care about racing, but that's not really what this whole thing is about. This is more about what goes into their daily lives and why people around the world care. If you've ever been curious, like, why is this such a big deal?
Yeah.
It really gets down to the nitty gritty of like how high the stakes are, how intense the technology has come. It's crazy. So
yeah, really all the logistics behind what it takes for them to be able to do what they do. And you see a lot of the drivers' personal lives away from the racetrack, which is cool, as well as some of the people running these massive organizations, which is super neat to see them kind of away from the track and how they deal with the pressure and the stress and the things that they're doing. It was pretty neat.
And it's a sports documentary, so if you are looking for a sports documentary, this is one we'd recommend. And even if you're not that into sports, I think it's interesting enough to hold the casual viewer's attention.
Well, it's just super entertaining, especially all the drama and the there's a lot of drama in it. I was surprised that they were going to show
every race car driver I've ever met is a drama queen, so I wasn't surprised.
If you like drama, it's something good to watch. There's a lot of intense.
I'm surprised you even get your head through the door in this room because, race car drivers, big heads, Go see it, though. Check it out.
Yeah, watch it.
Okay. This next one is gonna... Don't unfollow us for this or follow us because of it. This is Trump and American Dream. So there's this documentary on Netflix right now about Donald Trump. And listen, people feel one way or the other. That's not really what this is about. It's important, one, because it's the president at the moment.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's more important to watch this particular documentary as not even a cautionary tale, just the evolution of where we are. How do we get here in this moment? How did this happen? Whether you're for it or not, it's still important to look back and see the journey of this particular story, which is going to be talked about for the rest of our lives and our kids' lives and everybody's lives. It's really amazing to see the first celebrity president since Reagan, I guess. And this takes you all the way back to when this president is in his 20s, and it's incredible. You can't look away.
No, you can't stop watching it because it's just so interesting to see his life journey to this point to becoming the president, the decisions he made, the reason he is the way that he is, how he dealt with media and things when he was in his 30s and 40s. It's literally, he's sort of the same guy, but they go through and sort of explain every move that has happened in his life up until the point of him becoming the president. I think you learn a lot about him.
We watched some of it together. We kept saying, I had no idea. I had no idea that this happened.
No, no clue at all. You learn a lot of stuff. I thought it was so interesting, too, to see him as a young man and him doing television interviews.
Lots of media from back in the day.
It's wild. And I think...
the covers all the casino, that whole thing. And, you watch the news and you hear people talk about him. But in this particular documentary series, I think it's 4 episodes.
Yeah.
They're talking to people that have known him for 50 years. And I'm not just saying people that like him or don't like him for 50 years, just people that have been around for 50 years. So it's really eye-opening.
Yeah, super eye-opening. They go through a lot of his relationships that he had as he was coming up to this point. So you get to kind of learn a little bit more of the backstory and a little bit more of those relationships and stuff, which I thought was kind of interesting. I didn't know a lot of those things that had happened.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
And if you're saying Trump, watch it anyway. It's worth looking at. I think for anybody hating or liking him, I think it's important to get the information.
Yeah, it's just good to know a little bit more about the person that's running the free world. All right, guys, this last documentary Daryl and I picked out for you guys because we're both foodies, okay? And this one is about possibly the greatest sushi chef who has ever lived. His name is Jiro, and the documentary is called Dreams of Sushi.
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
Okay, Jiro Dreams of Sushi. My bad.
It's like he's dreaming of sushi.
Yeah, I get it now because it's all this man thinks about is sushi every single day. He wakes up, he gets there at the crack of dawn, his kitchen staff's already in there, he's tasting sushi before it hits plates, he's out of control.
He must have a huge restaurant. Actually, he has a restaurant in a subway station in Japan, and it seats
10 people.
8 people, 9 people. And it's a story of what happens when you dedicate yourself and your life to your craft and nothing else. And it's very interesting to watch. It's inspiring. I don't know how to... you have to experience it.
I think it's inspiring for people who want to...
do what they love.
Do what they love to do. And this man has dedicated everything to doing this and doing the same thing every day, over and over again, chasing that perfection.
Yeah.
And man, it just makes some really awesome sushi. I would love to try it. It makes you want to go there and eat his sushi, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a follow-up story to his life right now. We don't need to get into that. This is a documentary, won a lot of awards. It came out a few years ago, but it's worth taking a look at. At the time of the filming, he's in his almost 90. He's like 89 years old.
He's 85. Yeah.
He's still working every day. His son's there. If you like Chef's Table, any of those other kind of food, behind the food stories, this is a must-see and a feel-good movie.
Yeah, but fair warning, you will have to read a lot because it's mostly in Japanese.
Because they're in Japan.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching today's episode. As always, you can go on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff, and follow us and like us and watch the videos. But now there's a secret menu because it's season 2.
We have started a Patreon. You go to patreon.com/caffeine not included and subscribe to us there to see all kinds of behind the scenes, like hidden footages and all kinds of stuff that we're going to be doing.
Yeah, stuff that nobody else is going to know about, except for you guys.
Except for you guys, because you're subscribed to our Patreon. So check it out.
And this entire month, we're going to be taking you through our lists of our favorite stuff out there. And then we got some special stuff cooking for October. So stay tuned.
Can't wait. Halloween.
Boom.